Hello, it's Hunter. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing well. It feels really, really nice outside. The birds are chirping. It's sundown. Running out of daylight here, so we got to be a little quick. But I'm doing it again. Before the video, I took a moment to just enjoy nature. I recommend it. It's great. You should do it. As always, if you have something you want me to talk about, please leave it below. I'll be happy to dig into it, let you know what I think. Today, recently, I have been, another one. Excuse me. Recently, I'm a big science guy, history guy, philosophy guy, and I have like an ADHD type brain, so I have a really strong pattern recognition. And so, not that it's right. I don't think I'm right about a lot of things, but I do see patterns across things, and I think it gives me a unique perspective, which I enjoy. And for me, one of those was the human behavior being synonymous to the two-slit experiment. And if you don't know what that is, look it up real quick. It's very important to understanding what I'm about to say. And just to give you a general rundown, whenever they shoot light through two slits, if you have a cardboard and then two little slits, open slits, you shoot light through it. If you don't look at it, and you turn the light off and you measure the wall, it has like an interference pattern. But if you observe it with your eyes, or you put like an instrument to observe it, the light then turns into a particle. It's defined as something it goes from a field down to a particle, and now it chooses a slit to go through, yada, yada, yada. The point is, when it is observed, the behavior changes. It is defined. We can learn things about what it is when we look at it. And just innately, that's just how it is, right? And the same is true with your behavior. And I started thinking about this, and I was like, well, is that really true? And I'm like, well, kind of, because if I sit down and actually tell and talk to somebody about something, it could be about my habits or an idea or anything. When I'm forced to sit down and speak it out or write it down or whatever, I'm forced to actually convert idea down to words. I'm actually forced to convert it into reality. And a lot of times that can trigger fail-safes that you don't see just in your own little world. For example, I could sit here and say, oh, I'm an active person, but when you sit down and ask yourself the hard question of, are you actually active? What are you doing? How can you prove that you're an active person? Well, now you're forced to write it down. Now you're forced to speak it out. Now you're forced to face the music, face reality of, am I actually, by definition, an active person? And the same applies to all human habit in all parts of your life. You can sit here and say that so many times in my own life, I have been convinced I'm this, I'm hardworking, or I'm this, or I'm that. But come to find out, when I think on it hard enough, and I actually force myself to write it down or define it, I learn of a lot of ways I can make it better. I can learn of ways I can be more efficient, that I can be more kind, more opportunities to be a better person. And I think that's just the core thing of life that you can get caught up in and be scared of. But a lot of people get caught up in that little in-between area where it feels bad to face the truth, but you have to. Because in order to level up, you must face the truth. You must face your defined life and do the work to change it to what you want it to be. Because the problem is not when you observe your behavior. The problem is when you're not observing it. Because when it's not observed, just like the light, it is undefined. It is lost in ambiguity. right? When you don't define your habits and what you're doing, your idea of yourself blends in with ego and emotion, okay? It's so undefined, it can be anywhere in the field at once. Your ego will be like, oh, no, 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 no. No, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, without any real definite proof. But it'll hide from that perspective of, okay, can you prove it? It'll hide from that perspective because it knows deep down that it's not true. And if you live in that mindset long enough, you start living a complete lie, a completely undefined life. And that's scary. I've been there. It's not fun. You have no ground to stand on. And if you're feeling that way, I recommend you just reflect. Don't take it on all at once. Your dragon is not the same dragon as mine. If your dragon is getting up out of bed, get up out of bed. Do whatever you can do to improve yourself. Because awareness will hit you like a train. If you ever actually stop and ask yourself the hard questions and face the music, so to speak, it's going to hit you. And it's not going to feel good. It's going to feel bad. But if you sit with that uneasiness, you sit with that uncomfortability, and you actually be honest with yourself, you can learn a whole lot about how to improve. You will be revealed the path that you need to take in order to get what you want. Now, will you be willing to do that? To do what's are you willing to do what's necessary in order to achieve that goal? That's a whole different question. But in terms of seeing it, this is how you do it. God bless you. I love you all.